Welcome back to my channel, Survive and Thrive. And for those of you in the YouTube community, I'd like you to do your part and make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel and join my journey to 1,000 subscribers. For those of you who haven't viewed my channel, I cover a range of financial topics, everything from the stock market, specific companies that are good to invest in, as well as ones that you might think twice about, financial strategies to help you on your way to build your path to freedom from debt, as well as the crypto space and different coins and crypto projects out there that may be a worthwhile investment for you and part of your strategy in finding ways to build passive income. It's been a few weeks, but there is one crypto project in particular that I've covered in a few of my previous videos, and that is Algorand, ALGO. Now it's one that I'm really excited about and have very strong conviction for, and I really hope for those of you who have viewed my past videos, as well as this one, that you find some value and really start to see the strong potential that this project has, the current use cases out there, as well as the long-term potential and strength of their coin valuation that should pay off handsomely for any early investors. To get started, let's take a look at this MIT article, Unlocking the Potential of Blockchain Technology. Algorand uses a unique architecture developed by MIT professor Silvio Micali to offer a decentralized, secure, and scalable blockchain. The Republic of the Marshall Islands is a country of around 50,000 people, spread across more than 1,000 islands in a remote part of the Pacific Ocean. The country relies heavily on cross-border finance and trade, and the complexities of that system can make it difficult for citizens to get certain goods and financial services efficiently. Now, when you really think about that, and you take it in terms of a global standpoint, when we talk about inter-country trading, and being able to have cross-border payments as well as financial transactions, it really does open your mind to see what kind of potential is out there and just how big some of these projects or coins can become. Now, the federal government is seeking to become the first to issue a national digital currency using blockchain technology. Officials hope the move helps citizens avoid high transaction fees, simplifies compliance with international partners, and protects against inflation. The currency will have a fixed supply rate. The new currency will be based on blockchain technology developed by Silvio Micali, the Ford Professor of Engineering in MIT's Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory, CSAIL, and commercialized by Micali's startup, Algorand. There has been considerable hype around the potential for blockchain technology and associated cryptocurrencies to disrupt the way money and other assets move around the world. Skeptics of that vision say blockchain technologies are not sustainable or efficient enough for mass adoption. Now, for anybody reading the news, you know that even the government has had a high interest in blockchain technology as well as digital currency. And so it's only a matter of time before there is mass adoption for this. Which crypto project or coin out there that will take the lead is still to be seen, but it doesn't mean that there won't be multiple options or projects out there that will be successful. Algorand believes it has solved those problems with a unique, scalable architecture that doesn't sacrifice traditional benefits of blockchain technology like decentralization and security. An increasing number of people are using Algorand for a wide range of applications, from creating carbon credit marketplace to expediting real estate transactions and, in the case of the Marshall Islands, creating new legal tender. The advent of blockchain technology has opened up a world of opportunity for small nations like ours, Marshall Islands Minister and Assistant to the President David Paul said when the country announced its plans. By issuing a currency that is not physically embodied in cash, that can travel the globe instantly, and that is tamper-proof and completely secure, the Marshall Islands will finally be connected to the global financial system on its own terms. And that's just great to see that there is such a positive movement coming out of these projects, and in this case, Algorand. And it's just Yet another example of why I see and have such a strong conviction for where this is headed, and why I've decided to make a much bigger share of my holdings in crypto actually be directly in ALGO. We always talk about with different investments that it's very emotional based. So there could be new news or a briefing or an event that sways what's happening with a share price or coin price. SEC versus Ripple takes its toll as fresh competition arises. Algorand powered 6 clovers. For those of you that know, there actually is a current court case between the SEC and Ripple, which is related to XRP. And the judge has extended the discovery period, which now allows the SEC until August 31st to conduct fast discovery, with expert discovery being pushed until October 15th. So it's quite a ways out there. And for me personally, I've chosen to stop trading XRP, or I should say buying. I don't really trade, I don't sell any of my crypto or my stocks. But just given where they're at with their court case, it's made me hesitate a little bit, which I'm sure it has many others. And since a lot of my portfolio crypto holdings is in Coinbase, I actually don't have that option because trading on Coinbase is suspended for XRP. Back to the Algorand powered 6 clovers. The company is founded by former PayPal business and technology leaders Jim Nguyen and Nas Kavian, and is backed by investments from Borderless Capital as the lead investor, with participation from BCW Group and Grupo Superviel, one of Argentina's leading banks, along with angel investors. Jim Nguyen, co-founder and CEO 6 Clovers, said, 6 Clovers is a next-generation payments infrastructure that solves many of today's challenges with domestic and cross-border payments, while opening up a whole new world of digital finance opportunities. We equip financial institutions, payment providers, and merchants with a full-stack, blockchain-native payment infrastructure to seamlessly and securely move and transact in digital currencies globally. Built on Algorand, the payments network developed by 6 Clovers is called Rapid. Another wink at Ripple, maybe? Which is pretty similar to RippleNet's original name, X-Rapid. Steve Kokonos, Chief Executive Officer at Algorand, said, 6 Clovers is creating a bridge between traditional and decentralized finance, expanding access to the next generation of digital products and services, an abundance of which we are seeing built on Algorand. We are excited to see 6 Clovers leverage Algorand's fast, stable, and efficient blockchain architecture to build a next-generation decentralized payment network. When I start to read articles in these terms, like I said, you can see these as potentially being catalysts, and for Algorand, could help to move their coin price up. And I don't mind if it moves up or if it moves down, because I'm really just doing dollar cost averaging week to week. It goes further on to say the launch of 6 Clovers Rapid is great news as it shows there's a valuable market to be tapped and a maturing technology to offer quality services in the financial services sector. Rapid redesigned time-tested payment capabilities with the Algorand blockchain and uses regulated stablecoins, including USDC, to represent fiat on-chain to enable the instant transfer of value between sender and receiver. The network can sustain nearly 46,000 peer-to-peer transactions per second and can confirm transaction finality in approximately 2.5 seconds, with the strictest global data privacy requirements. Now, if you compare Bitcoin, which is at like 7 transactions per second, and Ethereum, which is at maybe 30, and then you go to Ripple XRP, which is at 1500, this is a very significant and substantial difference, and shows you just how advanced their technology is and how it can help to be a very efficient way of processing payments and financial transactions. David Garcia, CEO and managing partner at Borderless Capital, lead investor in 6 Clovers, commented, the launch of 6 Clovers marks a major milestone in helping existing financial institutions to get on board with digital currencies, which are the future of finance. Fueling cross-border transactions with regulated stablecoins to represent fiat on-chain has never been done before, and is going to unleash a wave of mass blockchain adoption across banks, merchants, and payment providers as they see the need to embrace the digital future. this is very similar to what XRP and Ripple were doing before the SEC case came up. They've made a lot of headway with different banking systems and other entities that are involved with financial transactions on a global front. But with this latest news with the SEC really stalling what they're able to do, it does open it up for other competitors to come to the forefront and maybe take advantage of some of these relationships and additional use cases that can help them propel their business. 6 Clovers also offers Ramp, the single API connection to enable fiat on and off ramps using global payments and services specific to the digital currency ecosystem. Together with Rapid, 6 Clovers presents an end-to-end platform that bridges the gap between fiat and digital currencies. So this is just yet another opportunity and use case for Algorand to get their name out there and be able to show that they're a sustainable and real technology that can be used long-term and immediately. So it's only going to help bolster their case, and I think that it'll help their coin valuation continue to increase in value. I know that people get concerned with security related to crypto because it is so new. And so I did find this article on CoinDesk, Algorand gets cozy with crypto custodian Copper. And there was earlier news several months ago from the US government. The head financial comptroller had discussed allowing banks to be crypto custodians. And this goes along the lines of ways to have safekeeping for your cryptocurrency investments. Algorand is looking beyond Copper's safekeeping provisions to explore the custodian's clear loop system of instant asset exchange and settlement. So not only does this relationship with Copper give them the security that is needed for potential investors, but there's also some added benefits. UK-based cryptocurrency custodian Copper has been appointed to provide the safekeeping of assets on the Algorand blockchain. Copper, which harnesses a cryptographic key sharding technology called multi-party computation, or MPC, will be supporting Algorand's native token, ALGO, as well as Algorand's standard assets, ASAs, the tokenized representation of other asset types on the proof-of-stake blockchain. Crypto custodians are adept at adding support for new tokens and coins, and Copper is no exception. Meanwhile, Algorand is supported by a range of specialist custodians such as Coinbase Custody and BitGo. But the current pairing is a deeper partnership. As I touched on above, Algorand is looking beyond Copper's safekeeping provisions to explore the custodian's clear loop system. Copper adds a layer of speed that you won't be able to find outside of their network. And of course, this is right up Algorand's alley of being extremely fast, secure, and efficient, David Markley, Algorand's Director of Business Solution, said in an interview. Lastly, within this article, I wanted to touch on exotic assets. What can be thought of as the base layer of digital dollar equivalents? Algorand ASAs include a clutch of well-known stablecoins such as USDC and USDT, as well as Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, stablecoins, and Mexican peso to be added shortly, said Markley. One layer up from stablecoins, things get more exotic, he added. We have tokenized real estate via a handful of firms that have tokenized either home equity or individual homes and represented those on Algorand's blockchain, he said. And this is something that I've touched on in one of my previous videos. I'll put a suggested link here. We've also got a long list of partnerships with firms like Securitize and TokenSoft and the other security token issuers. And since the beginning of this year, we've seen a proliferation of NFTs. I think most of you are aware that there is this new push or trend, non-fungible tokens, where you can actually take or own pieces of art using these coins from a digital perspective. And so I see this continuing to not just be a trend, but be a way of long-term investing, where people may not just own a art piece, but they may own a piece of art that's represented about their portion of ownership through the number of coins that they have that makes up the whole art piece. So a lot of cool and interesting ways or approaches that these coins or crypto projects can be used. And like I said, for me personally, I just see that there's going to be a lot of support for Algorand. And so I'm really building a very strong position this year, going into next year, and making sure that I'm well ahead of the spike in coin price before it really blows up. All right, lastly, to wrap up this video, I wanted to go over this article in Investor Place off Yahoo Finance. Algorand isn't an Ethereum killer yet, but keep an eye on it. It may be a relative newcomer to the world of crypto, but it's accomplished quite a bit since its launch in 2019. It has secured hundreds of millions in funding for its development. Numerous third parties now operate within its ecosystem. Sure, it's still far away from starting to give Ethereum a run for its money, or the Ethereum killers like Cardano, for that matter. Yet with its smart contract capabilities, solid transaction speeds, and focus on being a bridge between centralized and decentralized systems, it does look set to quickly enter that category. To top it all off, as Investor Place's Tezcan Kidgel recently discussed, it's a carbon negative platform. And that's been something that's been pointed out as a negative for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum is making some strides with their Ethereum 2.0 and going from a proof of work to a proof of stake model. But Algorand really is one of those pure proof of stake, forkless coin type, and is very green and intends to be the most green crypto project out there when compared to its competitors. Algorand, in its initial success, in the 2 years since going live, this token's blockchain has seen rapid adoption from a variety of third parties. A recent one of note is MAPay. The healthcare payments processor is using the network to facilitate over 800 million in payments for Bermuda's healthcare system. This is also an aspect that I touched on in one of my more recent videos talking about the latest news with Algorand. And it's use cases like this that will really propel the type of public exposure that the company gets. And I just see that this is going to continue to build momentum for Algorand and give them other opportunities with companies to start utilizing their blockchain technology. With this initial success, crypto funds have invested 500 million in projects that run on the Algorand blockchain. Assuming it attracts more capital for its development and its upgrades allow it to continue leveling up, it looks primed to become a front runner like Cardano or Polygon. Algorand's best days may lie ahead. A few years down the road, it could be worth many times what it trades for today. And that is something I truly believe in, which is the big reason why I'm investing very large now and will continue to dollar cost average over the next few years. Bottom line, a possible Ethereum killer in the making. Considering its capabilities and features, along with its gaining usage, this new kid on the crypto block stands to soon enter Ethereum killer territory. This may make it one of the better altcoin opportunities you can get in at the ground floor. Even so, keep in mind the high risk and high volatility ahead. So I can't stress this enough, but as always, do your due diligence, your own research. I provide this information based off of my own opinion. I am not a financial advisor. And then also come up with a strategy that you feel comfortable with. You don't want to put your life savings into crypto, but I know that there are recommendations of anywhere from 5% to 15%. I'm more in the 10 to 15%, so taking on a bit more risk. But if you're just starting out, you can even start with 2 to 3% and just see how it goes and then build over time if you can see the long-term vision for this type of investment. Depending on how long today's crypto bear market lasts, Algorand may pull back to 50 cents before it bounces back above $1. But if you can handle the volatility and hold until its blockchain grows in usage, starting to accumulate a position at or below today's prices appears worthwhile. I also do have holdings within Ethereum as well. And so while I don't want Algorand to be a true Ethereum killer and make that project or coin invaluable, I do think that ALGO does have the potential to be one of those coins that's in the top 5 market cap, right there alongside Ethereum. If you found value in this video, definitely make sure that you hit that like button. And if this is the type of content that you enjoy, then make sure that you subscribe and follow, as I'll have many more videos week to week. Leave comments below on your thoughts as far as ALGO and whether or not it could be an Ethereum killer and what you think the future might hold for this crypto project. That's all I really had for today. Enjoy your ride on working towards your path to financial freedom. And until next time, don't just survive, thrive!